but that doesn't matter because I'm gonna need the first dividend anyway. Number of known dividends is 7. And what are those? 75, 75. Value from the first stage. I mean, since I entered the negative 100%, which means they go down to 0 and stay there, obviously the value of the stock is the same as the first stage. These templates are rather useful as long as you know what goes where. Let me mark this anyway. Okay, just paid 60 cents. All future dividends will be increased by 4.6%. This is just a constant growth rate problem. So required rate of return, 10.3. Growth rate, 4.6. Dividend, 60 cents. That 60 cents was the last dividend, okay? Because formula works with the next dividend, but problem gives the last dividend, and that growth rate is gonna tell me that next dividend is gonna be 63 cents. And just read that off. Okay. 1101. That's the only trick on this one. Either first figure out what the first dividend is going to be, which is what this one does if you enter last. But if you figure it out separately, you know, since this thing rounds off, you don't get the same one. Oh, one little thing. You guys are used to rounding things off to typically 1 or 2 digits. I don't mind it much when you do it at the output level. Sometimes you round things off at the input level, but because of that round off, you use so much precision, the answer that you get has nothing to do with the right answer. To the extent possible, do not round off the inputs. This is a generic problem in computing. If you round off all single inputs, sometimes, and there are a lot of operations you need to do, those round off errors accumulate. And the answer you get has nothing to do with reality. So don't round off inputs. This company will pay an annual dividend of 145 next year. They announced that future dividends will be increasing by 2.09. How much you're willing to pay if that's your required rate of return. Again, this is constant growth rate. Go to the constant growth rate template. Required rate 1374. Growth rate 2.09. Next year's dividend is going to be 145, and this is indeed next year's dividend. Okay, just read off the stock value. You're done. I mean, if you want to do it by hand, that's how you would do it by hand. Either one works. By the way, these open-ended numerical questions, they're algorithmic. So if you see the same question, the inputs are going to be different. So if you saw that one of your friends have done this question and got, I don't know, 25, if you get exact same question, inputs are going to be different. The right answer is not going to be 25. Again, there is nothing wrong looking at the answers from a friend. I encourage you guys working together. What did we say price was? 1245. We got 3 questions left and I'll set you free. Tiberius Enterprises. This got to be Roman. Okay. What is so special about Tiberius in Star Trek mythology? Exactly. Good. Even though I'm not an original series guy, I know Captain James Tiberius Kirk. And Tiberius is also the name of a river. Where is that river? Not Tiberius. Tiber is the name of the river. Come on, Janet classes, come on. It's in a little known city called Rome. Okay. This time we know the price, we know the required rate of return, and what is the amount of last dividend this company paid. Okay. Think of it this way. Again, we can solve this algebraically. Let me do it algebraically first. Price equals D1 R minus G, right? We know R. We're looking for D0, okay? And D0 is D1 over 1 plus G. So if we can figure out D1, we are home. So D1 is price times R minus G. So P equals you can figure that out yourself. I'm not going to do the arithmetic for you. Or you can actually do something mathematical. Mathematical in the following sense. My required rate of return, 12.3. I don't know the dividend, and whatever that dividend is going to be, that's going to be the last, okay? But I know what the stock price is. What was it? 37.63. This is called mathematics. I have an equation solver, okay? I know all the inputs except one, and I know the output. Go to difference, data, what if analysis, goal seek. Make the difference between the value of the stock and my target value 0 by changing what I don't know, because I know that it's going to be last dividend the way I set it up. 262. Let's do it alternatively using that D1 is going to be